jobs may be coming to a twin port city in the near future. Leaders with Fraser Shipyards are seeking millions of dollars in new funding to expand their operations. Northern News Now's Rob Coles breaks down the impact those positions may have in Superior.
For more than 130 years, Fraser Shipyards has been operating on the shore of the Big Lake in Superior. Now the company is seeking funding to grow bigger.
Really looking to expand our capability and upgrade everything that we do at the yard.
CEO Patrick Kelly says Fraser is hoping to obtain $40 million from the U.S. bond market through the Public Finance Authority.
So we're excited about the growth potential at Superior, in the city of Superior.
Superior City Council recently approved a resolution in support of the company's plans. According to Kelly, the location of the shipyard may give Fraser a unique advantage over competitors. Leaders with Fraser say the company operates the only U.S.-owned dry docks on Lake Superior, like this one here. It may look empty now, but come January, an 820-foot laker will be resting on those wood pilings undergoing repairs. The expansion would allow Fraser to double their current workforce from 200 to 400 employees.
We're talking about adding hundreds of jobs, and that's a phenomenal opportunity for us here.
Taylor Peterson, CEO of the Superior Douglas County Chamber of Commerce, says the impact of those jobs could ripple through the community.
Some industry research even shows that manufacturing jobs could create up to 7 jobs in relation for every 1 manufacturing job that's created.
A growing future for a business with a long local past. In Superior, Rob Coles, Northern News Now.
Rob, thank you. Now, the expansion effort is still in its early stages. Company leaders say they're expecting it to take about 2 years to get operations ready for those new workers.